Rosie, a single mother, and her teenage daughter Lisa move into an old but surprisingly affordable house on the outskirts of a small, forgotten town. The house is picturesque but worn down by time. Rosie sees it as a fresh start after losing her husband, determined to build a peaceful life with Lisa. Lisa, a talented young artist, is skeptical. The house gives her an uneasy feeling. Its cold hallways, creaking doors, and strangely hollow floors feel alive. Rosie dismisses her discomfort as teenage angst. Before moving on like the video, close the door to the room and subscribe channel. That night, while unpacking, Lisa finds an old pendant buried in the dirt under the porch. The pendant feels icy in her hand. Curious but uneasy, she pockets it. Later, as she sketches in her room, she feels watched. Outside her window stands a shadowy figure, a man with hollow eyes. The days grow heavier. Lisa begins to change. She complains of vivid nightmares, a man whispering her name, cold hands gripping her shoulders, and visions of a woman's cruel laughter. Her once beautiful sketches turn twisted, images of graves, a hanging noose, and a shadowy figure lurking behind a woman with flowing hair. Rosie worries but attributes it to the stress of the move. At night, however, Rosie hears voices from Lisa's room, low murmurs and occasional inhuman laughter. When she bursts in, Lisa sits upright, her eyes blank, mumbling something incomprehensible. Find Anna. Bring Anna. Possessed. Lisa becomes distant, as though she's a vessel for someone else. Her voice changes, deep and rasping, words twisted with an old-world rage. "Who are you?" Rosie cries one night, terrified as Lisa stares at her. "I am Johann," the voice replies through Lisa's lips. "Anna must come home. Only then will I leave." Johann, Rosie learns through frantic research at the local library, was a wealthy man who lived on the land decades ago. His wife, Anna, poisoned him for his fortune, then vanished without a trace. Local legend says Johann's spirit remained, restless and vengeful. Realizing Johann has possessed Lisa, Rosie is consumed with horror. Desperate to save her daughter, she seeks help from a local mystic who speaks of a man, Kaif, a magician and exorcist. Kaif is a stoic figure with sharp eyes, old scars, and a dark history of dealing with spirits. He arrives at the house carrying talismans, incense, and grim determination. The spirit will not leave willingly, Kaif warns. It has unfinished business. You are caught in its web. Rosie pleads with Kaif to save Lisa. Kaif examines her and confirms Johann's power is strong, far beyond that of a typical haunting. Lisa, now fully possessed, glares at him with icy hatred. "Bring Anna," Johann says through Lisa. "That is your only way out." Kaif tries to perform an exorcism. The house shakes violently, objects shatter, and Lisa screams in pain. Johann's spirit proves too powerful. Kaif is forced to halt the ritual. Realizing there's no other option, Kaif and Rosie reluctantly strike a bargain with Johann. They will find Anna and bring her to the house. In return, Johann will release Lisa. Kaif warns Rosie that spirits of Johann's nature are cunning. "We may free Lisa," he says, "but at what cost?" Kaif and Rosie begin a dangerous journey to uncover Anna's fate. Following records, rumors, and forgotten trails, they track Anna's last known whereabouts to a crumbling cottage in a distant village. Anna, now an old and frail woman, lives in self-imposed exile, haunted by her crimes and the man she betrayed. When Rosie and Kaif tell her of Johann, Anna's eyes widen in terror. "He has waited for me," she whispers. "He will never let me go." Despite her fear, Anna knows she cannot escape. She agrees to return to the house, resigned to facing Johann after all these years. The atmosphere inside the house is suffocating as Kaif, Rosie, and Anna arrive. The air turns frigid, lights flicker, and the shadowy figure of Johann looms larger than ever. Lisa, still possessed, stands waiting. "Anna," Johann's voice booms, "you finally came." Anna falls to her knees, begging for forgiveness. Johann's spirit laughs darkly, echoing through the walls. Kaif begins his final ritual, reciting powerful incantations to sever Johann's connection to Lisa. The house erupts in chaos. Winds howl, objects crash, and dark shadows swirl around the room. Johann's spirit rises in its full, terrifying form, a figure of malice, decay, and revenge. Anna screams as Johann's anger focuses on her. Lisa collapses as Johann's spirit releases her. Rosie rushes to her daughter's side, sobbing in relief. But Johann's spirit has one final act. It leaves Lisa and enters Anna, consuming her entirely. Anna's body convulses, her voice crying out as Johann drags her into a swirling, shadowy portal that opens in the center of the house. "I waited for you," Johann's voice echoes as they vanish into the void. The house falls silent. Lisa awakens weak but free, unaware of how much time has passed. Rosie holds her close, tears of relief streaming down her face. Kaif, exhausted but triumphant, declares the house cleansed, for now. "You disturbed a grave," Kaif tells Rosie. "Some grounds are meant to remain untouched." Rosie decides to leave the house forever. As they pack their belongings, Lisa finds the pendant she unearthed weeks ago. Without hesitation, she throws it into the fireplace, watching it burn. Epilogue, the warning. The house stands empty, its windows dark and lifeless. Locals avoid the property, claiming to hear whispers on the wind and see shadowy figures in the windows. Rosie and Lisa move far away, trying to heal. But late at night, Lisa dreams of the house, of its creaking floors and the hollow laughter of a man who waited far too long. And somewhere, in a world unseen, Johann and Anna remain locked together, an eternal reckoning for their sins.